Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Learn How to Sudoku, where we take a very easy variant Sudoku puzzle and we break it down in detail so that you can learn how to Sudoku. Today's very easy puzzle is called Deluge by Will Power, and here are the rules. And this is a deluge of rain coming in, I guess. We have normal Sudoku rules apply, which means in every cell in the grid, place a single digit from 1 through 9 such that there are no repeats in any row, column, or designated 9-cell region. We have arrows, where numbers on arrows sum to the number in the arrow's circle. And numbers in this scenario, numbers do not repeat on arrows. So this is not typical of your arrow clue. Most actually thrive on having repeats on the arrows to differentiate things. But in this puzzle, numbers do not repeat on arrows. So keep that in mind. So if, for example, this was, say, a 2 and a 4, this would have to be 6, because these two digits along the arrow must sum up to the digit that's in the circle that's connected to it. And you cannot have repeats, so keep that in mind. Again, that's not typical for arrow rule sets, but in this puzzle, we specifically have that designation. We also have killer cages, where numbers in cages sum to the number in the top left corner of the cage. So, for example, if this were a 2, this would have to be an 8, because these two digits must add up to 10, because there's a cage around them. And that's an example of how killer cages work. And finally, we have maximums, where numbers in the two cells shaded gray are greater than all 4 orthogonally adjacent cells. What is an orthogonally adjacent cell? It's basically just the cells that share an edge with the maximum cell here. So for this cell here, these 4 are the orthogonally adjacent cells. For this cell here, these 4 are the orthogonally adjacent cells for this maximum. And this maximum must be greater than all 4 cells that share an edge with it. So you could have something like, say, I don't know, 3, oops, that's the color. You have 3, 3, 7 to add up to 10, and then you could have 1 and 5, or 1 and 2, or 1 and 4, or whatever. And this would work as a maximum, because this cell is greater than all the cells that share an edge with it as a digit. And those are all the rules. If you like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's learn how to Sudoku. Okay, the one that there's a couple things that stands out to me. One is that we have 4 unique digits adding up to 10. And the only 4 digits that can add up to 10 if they're unique is 1 through 4. That leaves the remaining digits in row 1 as 5 through 9. But 5 cannot add up with another digit to add up to 10. So this is 6 through 9. That forces this to be 1 through 4 here. This digit is greater than this because they share an edge, and this is a maximum, so this cannot be 9. So this has to be greater than 5 through 8, so this is 6 through 9 here, and these add up to 10, so this must be 1 through 4 there. So any digit in a circle must at least be 3. Okay, so the other thing that stood out to me was in the central box here, we have every cell in the box is on the arrow portion except for 1. Now, the problem is, if 9 can never be on the arrow portion if it adds up to another digit with another digit adding on, right? So this adds on with another digit to add up to a digit. Same with all of these. Same with these two. Same with these two. This adds up with that digit to add up to another digit. So 9 cannot be any of the cells on this arrow. So 9 has to be here. Well, these other digits here in this 11 cage, they have two digits adding up to 11. The combinations are 2, 9, 3, 8, 4, 7, and 5, 6, but 2, 9 is eliminated as a possibility because of 9 in the box. So these have to be 3, 8, 4, 7, or 5, 6. Oops. So we have 3 through 8 here. Therefore, this is 1, 2 as a pair remaining because we have a 3 through 8 sextuplet in the central box. To add up to 9 here, this has to be 7 and 8, right? 1 and 8 or 2 and 7 add up to 9. So 7 and 8 must be with 3 or 4 here. This can never be 8 because 8 and 1 only add up to 9, and 9 can't be here. So this can't be 8, this can't be 3 then. This is 1, 2 as a pair. 1 and 2 cannot be in circles, so we have to have 1 and 2 be in one of these 3 cells there in this right central box. So this is 9, which means this cannot be 1 and 9. This has to be 3 and 4 at minimum. So therefore, it has to add up to at least 7. So this is 7 or 8. This is 2 or 3 then. In this upper central box, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruplet, which eliminates 1 through 4 in the rest of the box. So this is 5 through 9. But this digit must be greater than this cell. This can't be greater either. So this can't, because this digit is less than these two. So it's less than 2 digits. So this can't be 8 or 9. So 9 is one of these two. This digit is greater than 2 of these digits, and this is at minimum 5 and 6, so this must be 7, 8, or 9. This is greater than at least 7, so this has to be 8 or 9. So we have a 7, 8, 9 triplet in this upper central box, which eliminates 7, 8, and 9 in the rest of the box. No 7 here, no 7 or 8 here, so this is 5 or 6. If this is 5, this would have to be 1 through 4 to add up to 5. If it's 6, you could have a 5 here. So this is 1 through 4, 1 through 5 there. If this is 7, one of these has to be 3. So this is 3, 4. If this is 7, one of these are 3, which would make this 7, 8. Or this could, if to add up to 8, this would have to be 3 and 5. To add up to 8. So this would be 5 there, which could be, that's 6. So that means this can never be 3 or 8 here, because 3 is guaranteed to be one of these two to add up to 7 or 8 there. This is at minimum 1 and 4, adding up to 5. So this is 5 through 8 there. We have 6, 7, or 8 here, adding up to 8 or 9. So it could be 1 through 3 there. Right? 3 and 6 to 9 at minimum. If this is 3. 5 and 6 here, which means this is 1 through 5 here. Don't have, okay, so this 7 eliminates 4. This being 7, not being 6, eliminates 4 there to add up to 10. Where is 4 in this box then? It has to be one of these two, which means this cannot be 4 here. If this were 3, that would force us to be 6 and 5. 3, well, that's possible. 9 and 8, right? 9 is one of these two. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. What else do we have? Okay. Possible combinations to add up to 12. It's 3, 9, 4, 8, or 5, 7. Let's try to mark the low digits. Maybe that'll help us some. And then we can mark the high digits also. Obviously, this is high. We have high. This is low. These are low. We don't have any information there. This is low. This is at least 4 and 1 also, so this has to be 5 through 9. We're guaranteed one of these is 3, 4, or 5, but that's not enough of a guarantee. This cannot be 1 or 2. So this has to be 3 through 8. Um, hmm. Hmm. That doesn't tell us anything. So this is at minimum 4, though. These could be 3 through 9, unfortunately, so that's still pretty broad. Um, hmm. Hmm. This can never be 8. If this were 8, this would be 1 and 8 adding up to 9, which would force that to be not 9, so that's 8, and then we'd have a duplicate in the row. So this could be... Can it be 7? That would force this to be 8 and 9. Yeah, it could be 7, I guess. So that's 1 through 7. This, however, could be 8, so that's pretty broad. This could be 8 also. Hmm. Interesting. To add up to 11, again, 2, 9, 3, 8, 4, 7, 5, 6. 9 cannot be here, so this can't be 2. That doesn't help us much. Hmm. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, this can never be 4, 8, because that would force this to be 3, 7, which doesn't add up to 11. Um, and, right, it can't be 4, 8. If this is 3, 9, this is 4, 7. If this is 5, 7, this is 3, 8. So this is 3. This has to be 3 or 7 here. And this must be 3 or 7 here, which eliminates 3 and 7 in the rest of the column. So this can't be 3. Okay, that doesn't help us much. We do have a 7, 8, 9 triplet in column 5. This is 8 or 9. This is 7, 8. This is 7 or 9. So this has to be 1 through 6. Again, you cannot have a 3 here, but you could have almost everything else, right? This is 1, 2, or 3. So this can't be 1. If this were 1, it adds up with 3 at most. That doesn't add up to 5. So this cannot be 1 here. That doesn't really help us much. If this is 3 and 9, you would have to have 8, 4, 7, and that would work because that would be 7. If this is 5 and 7, this is 3, 8, 9. I'm trying to understand how that works. This cannot be 6 because of 6 and 4 add up to 10. So where is the 6? There we go. Where is the 6 in column 5? It has to be here. So this is 6, which makes this 5. So this cannot have 5 here. This can't be 3 and 3 because there are no repeats on the arrows. So this has to be 1 and 2, and this is 4 and 5 here, which means this can't be 7. We have an 8, 9 pair remain. This 5 eliminates 5 in the rest of the row. This can't be 5 and 6. This 8, 9, therefore this is 3 and 4, and 7 and 8, adding up to 7. So, all right, sorry. We have 8, 9 as a pair here, therefore this can't be 8 or 9. It's 7 and 3, which eliminates 3 and the rest of... This can't be 4, 7. It's 5, 6 as a pair. This is 3, 4 as a pair. This is 7, 8 as a pair here. So this is low and low. This can no longer be 3 because 3 plus 6 adds up to 9, but 3 and 7 add up to 10 at minimum. So this is 7 and 9. We have a 5, 6 here, so this eliminates 3, 5, 6, and 7 here. So correspondingly, 2 adds up with 9 to 11, 4 and 7 add up to 11, and 8 and 3 add up to 11. 7 eliminates 7 from being here. This can't be, neither of these can be 3. So this 3 can't be with 7 then anymore. 3 can't be with 2 to add up to 5 there. So if this is 1, 4 as a pair, this is 2. That means 2 can't appear in the rest of this box. Otherwise, this is 2, 3, which means 2 can't appear in the rest of this box. This can never be 2 here. If this is 2, this would be 7 to add up to 9, and this would be 8. Which would make this 1, 9. Oh, okay, that would be problematic. So, if this is 2 and 7, that makes this 8. Which makes that 9, which makes that... Okay, so anytime... If this is 8, that makes this 9, which makes that 8. But 8 in a single digit can never add up to 8 unless it's non-normal Sudoku. So this cannot be 8. It has to be 7 and 4, which makes this 3 and 8, which makes this 1 and 8, adding up to 9. 8 eliminates 8 here, so this is 9. That's 8. 9 is 7 and 2 added together, so this cannot be 2, which means this cannot be 2 and 3, adding up to 5. It's 1, 4 as a pair, which eliminates 1 and 4 in the rest of the box, so this is 2. That makes this 8 to add up to 10, so no 8 there. This can't be 1 or 4 here, so this is 3, 5, or 6. But if 6 were here, 2 would have to be here, so this can't be 6. Therefore, this is 3, 5 as a pair, adding up to 8 here. 3 eliminates 3 here, so this is 5 and 3. 5 eliminates 5 here, so it's 4 and 2, adding up to 6. These can't be 2 because of 2 in the box, so this can't be 1 here. It's 2, 3 as a pair. This is 2. That eliminates 2 from the rest of the column. 3 eliminates 3 and 9 here, so this is 5, 7 as a pair, which eliminates 5 and 7 in the rest of the column. So this is 1, 4 as a pair. This cannot, none of these can be 8. This can't be 5 or 7. 2 and 5 or 6 cannot add up to 6. 2 and 6 add up to 8. So this is 6. This makes that 5. No 5 here, no 6 is here, no 4 here. This is 5 plus another digit adding up to this digit. 5 and 1 would add up to 6, but we can't have 6 there, so this must be 5 and 4 adding up to 9. So this can no longer be 9, no 8 here. 9 eliminates 9 here, so this can't be 2 here. 4 eliminates 4 here, so this is 8 and 3 adding up to 11. 3 can't be here anymore. 4 eliminates 4 here, so that's 1 and 4. Remaining digits in column 6 are 1 and 2. 2 and 4 add up to 6. 2 and 6 add up to 8. 2 and 7 add up to 9, so this can never be 2. This is 1. This is 2. So this is 1 with 4 or 6 adding up to 5 or 7. Remaining digits in row 4 are 1, 2, and 6. This can't be 2. So this is 1, 2, and 6 here. 2 and 4 add up to 6, but we can't have 4 because of 1-4 pair in the box. So this is 5 or 7. Cannot be 7 here because of 7 in the row. So 2 and 5 add up to 7 here. This can't be 7 there. No 7 here. Remaining digits of this upper left-hand box are 6 and 9, which eliminates 6 and 9 in the rest of the column. So this can't be 6. This is 1, which eliminates 1 here. Where is the 1 in this box? It cannot be here because that's a sum of 2 unique digits. So 1 has to be here. 3 has to be one of these 2 digits. And this cannot be 2 and 1 adding up to 3. So 3 has to be here, which makes this 1 and this 2. 2 eliminates 2 here, so it's 6 and 2. 2 eliminates 2 here, so it's 3 and 2 there. 6 eliminates 6 here, so it's 4, which makes this 5. So this has to be 7 left in this box. And 2 and 5 add up to 7 here. 2 and 8 add up to 10 here. This can't be 1, 9, 2, 8, or 3, 7, so it's 4, 6 as a pair to add up to 10. Let's see. 4 eliminates 4 here, so this is 1, that's 4. Okay. Remaining digits for 1. In row 3, 1 can't be here or here because of 1's in the column, and this is filled, so 1 has to be there. We do have 8 1's left, so we know where the last 1 has to be. It has to be there. We have 8 2's, so we know where the last 2 has to be. It has to be there. 3, This remaining digits in row 5 are 3 and 7. But that's pretty much all we have. Remaining digits in column 4 are 3, 6, and 9. Remaining digits in this lower right-hand box are 7 and 9, and this can't be 7 because of 7 in the column. So this is 9, that's 7. 9 eliminates 9 here, and this can't be 3 because of 3 in the row. So this is 6, which means this can't be 6 here. 6 eliminates 6 here, so this is 4, which makes that 6. Which eliminates 6 here, so that's 9 and 6 here, which makes that 9. Remaining digits in row 3 are 6 and 8. 8 can't be here because of 8 in the column, so that's 6, that's 8. That leaves that digit as a 5, that digit as a 4, and that digit as a 7. Okay, we have 5 and 7 remaining in row 9. This can't be 7 because of 7 in the column, so it's 5, that's 7, which makes this 5. Remaining digits in row 6 are 6, 8, and 9. This can't be 6 or 9 because of 6 or 9 in the column, so this is 8, which makes this a 6-9 pair here. And this is all through just normal Sudoku. We have 3 in column 1, we have 3, 4, 7 left. This can't be 4 or 7, so this must be 3, which makes this 7, which makes that 4. 7 eliminates 7 here, so it's 3. 3 eliminates 3 here, so it's 9 and 3. Remaining digits in row 7 are 6 and 8. 8 eliminates 8 here, so it's 6 and 8. 6 eliminates 6 here, so it's 9 and 6. That leaves this as a 9 and this as a 7. And that's how you solve that. Yeah, you just have to go through the process of trying to basically sort of putting these values in and seeing what leads to contradictions here. I don't really know if there's any more elegant way of doing that, but it's fairly straightforward. Execution is a little bit more difficult than very easy, but the logic is still pretty sound. I don't know. Maybe it's easy level. Hard to say. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Learn How to Sudoku, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.